Hello everybody on YouTube land, Jamie Powell back for another movie review today. And today I'm talking about the new James Wan horror movie called Malignant. Malignant tells a story about a lady who is being followed around the house by a entity of some sort. I'm not going to go any further than that, but let's just say it escalates. And that's all I'm going to say, because this is a film you really need to know not very much about. I'd recommend going this blind. I'm not including clips from the film or the trailer, etc. because I want you to see this film with fresh eyes. Now, I hadn't seen the trailer. I've seen snippets of it on TV or at the cinema, but I never really watched the whole trailer. And I'm really glad I did, because the trailer doesn't give away much about the film, but I think seeing this with fresh eyes, not knowing much about it, will really help you experience watching this movie. Because I think this is a top quality, brilliant B-movie, bad B-movie, but a brilliantly made bad B-movie. Stay with me. Now, like I said about the story, it's really well developed. It has 3 parts of the movie, like any good movie does, a beginning, a middle and an end. And this film starts off, and the first thoughts were, it's very badly written. Some of the effects are a little wobbly, and it's a bit generic. It does start off a bit generic, you know, like the lights twinkling, and there's something in the corner, or there's like, and then suddenly it's not there again, and shadows, etc. But then it slowly develops to the middle part, where it really develops the story. You get lots of stuff thrown at you, and it goes different directions constantly, and it has a sort of Argento meets Evil Dead feel about it. That's how I could describe it. It's very... It's very different to a lot of horror movies. This could be a film which could either swing you either way. People are either going to like it or hate it. I've avoided all story things about this, all trailers pretty much, and reviews. I've stayed away from reviews. I've heard a couple of people of mine that like it. I was talking to my friends last night, Leon and Jordan, and they both told me they really enjoyed it. So I had hope, because I had heard bad things. And I can honestly say that this is possibly one of the best horror movies we've had in a long time. And the evil thing in this movie, which I will not reveal, is awesome. Fan-fucking-tastic. So like I said, slowly starts the usual sort of horror elements of today's movies, you know, jump scares and like all the effects I told you, and it builds into the story. And then the third act, it goes ape fucking shit. It's freaking awesome. It just goes from good, very good, fucking awesome. It's just, I can't go into it. I can't talk about it, but you know when the third segment kicks in, and my God, it goes for it. You can tell the studio weren't involved. James Wan, the amazing director of Saw, Insidious and The Conjuring, has possibly done his best movie and has created a masterpiece of B-movie madness. I honestly, that should go on the poster. No, it will never will. Honestly, this is a really good movie, but like I said, it will swing people. People either love it or hate it. So, you know, this is not a film for everybody. But if you do like the old school horror movies with a modern twist, and you have patience and you understand this sort of movie, because it knows it's bad. It knows it's this generic stuff. But then it turns 180 and it makes all that stuff that you thought was generic clever. And the whole thing as a whole is very clever. And I really want to talk about this movie. I really do, but I really can't. So I'm going to leave it there. But honestly, this was such a great film. But I can see why, if people disagree and find it boring or it's not for them, that's perfectly fine. You're entitled to an opinion. You should never go by my opinion. I just tell you what I think. Go by your own. And just because I loved it doesn't mean that you will love it. And if I hated it, doesn't mean that you're going to hate it. We're all different. The one thing we all have in common is that we're all different. That's cliche and cheesy, wasn't it? Anyway, so if I was to grade this movie out of 5, I'm going to be very strong about this film, because I really want to support this movie. I want it to do well. I would like there to be more films, like sequels, etc. Maybe even a prequel. Anything. I'd like to see more of this world. So, out of 5, 4.5. 4.5, that's like a 9 out of 10. This was fantastic. I loved it, and I highly recommend it. But go in with an open mind that you have to stay with it. There we go. So that was my review of Malignant. That was my review. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, play safe. And just be careful what's lurking in the dark. Oh my god, that's fucking cheesy, Jamie. Get some better scripting, you cunt.